the little brother refurbished. Like my bad boy Eric Studer, my very good friend, fantastic amp tech, guitar player, guitar tech, you name it, he refurbished my little brother. This is a Marshall JCM800 2203 from 1985. It has EL34s, and I've had this amp like the bad boy since late 90s. They are my crown jewels, if you will. Original 80s 800s. The bad boy has 6550 power tubes. When I bought this, it had a EL34s, but somewhere along the life, I changed 6550s. Not me, but a Finnish amp tech, because it requires a little bit something else, you know, for that to work. But anyway, this is from 85 with EL34s, and I don't remember the list. I'll put the list in the description below, probably there also. But Eric pretty much did the same thing to the little brother than he did with the bad boy. So, you know, most notably, I guess, it's a lot quieter now. The master volume actually works, so it's not like an on-off switch. That's how Eric biased the tubes, how he said the amp. It runs pretty hot, so I feel like around 3 it's the sweet spot where you get a little bit of that power tube, like a, you know, mojo in there. And since EL34s, they break up a lot earlier than 6550s. I'm gonna show them to you soon. Compare these amps. They're fairly similar, especially now when they've both been refurbished. What else? Yeah, there's a new fuses in the back. Those of you who are more qualified, you know about the technical stuff about the amps, you know, maybe makes sense. Or you can ask directly from Eric. I'll put his links in his email in the description below if you're interested to, you know, for him to refurbish or mod your amplifier. Now the clean channel or the low input also works nice. And this amp has a bright cap mod. I haven't done it. It's always been there when I bought it in late 90s, I think. And Eric told me that probably like 4 years ago when he switched the filter caps to this, he was like, "Are you aware that this has a bright cap mod?" I was like, "No." So that explains why it's always has been a little bit darker amp. I mean, I hardly, because the bright cap, how it works in the Marshalls or the 800s, after a certain point when you dial the preamp quite high like I have it, it's like 7 now. These amps they have a little bit more gain than your usual 800s for whatever reason, Scandinavian edition, who knows. So when you lower the gain, you know, if you have the bright cap, it kind of retains it's almost like the bright switch on many amps, Soldan 050, 150. I usually have it on because I like kind of spanky cleans, but with Marshall it can be a little harsh if you are using the preamp lower than certain point. But how I use this doesn't really have effect. But when I've, you know, put it to the low input, it's just a little bit smoother, because there is the bright cap mode, which means that the bright cap has been taken away. So yeah, and but yeah, so the signal chain now, this is ESP M1 Custom from 87, also known as Kimono with Duncan distortion. It's not a trembucker, it's your normal humbucker. It works fine. I think the difference is honestly just cosmetical. So, you know, with the trembucker, these screws are a little bit wider because they are not completely aligned on the high E and low E strings, but I haven't noticed any difference. Maybe because I play loud and with a quite hefty amount of gain. So yeah, and then Shallow Lockmeister. This is in E flat now, and you know, it's at the drop tune now. So drop D flat, what I used. Then Bass SD1, the little brother, and now I'm using my Marshall 9060 BX cabinet. which has a 25 greenbacks that the cabinet comes with, like this, and it also has EVH greenbacks like this, and I'm using now one of the EVH greenbacks, mic with a single SM57 into SSL Revival, the 4000E channel strip, and then into Pro Tools. And you probably hear it's kind of, you get kind of this like a papery kind of vibe, because the greenbacks are, you know, 25, or the EVH is labeled as 20, but then the EVH cabinets are 100 watts, labeled as 100 watt, and they have 4 speakers. 4 times 20 is 80. So I think I read somewhere, maybe it was even from Celestion, that they are actually 25, it just says 20. Because, like, you know, Marshall vintages, the original V30, they label those as 70 watts. Celestion labels those as 60 watts. I have both. It's the same speaker, really. Okay, so yeah, so that's the signal chain. And let me just show you, like, without overdrive, SD1 now. Oh yeah, and I have a Lexicon PCN70. Delay a little bit blended in, because, you know, it's kind of 80s. This is from 85, and the song I was inspired by, I'm pretty sure many of you had already written at this point. Hey, it's kind of like, so the album, the song that inspired me to write this intro song, it came out in 85. You probably know what the album is, and the band, and the song. Lay it, yeah. Okay, anyway, where was I? Yeah, so without SD, cleans pretty nicely, and then when we add the SD, you know, it tightens the bottom, adds a, you know, little bit of an upper mid bite. And then we can, now when the master volume works, we can lower the preamp gain, increase the master. SD. So because of the bright cap mode, the preamp gate is now 1. The master is 2 o'clock. It's really this fat, really smooth sound. And low input. So now the preamp is noon, the master is 8, like 3 o'clock. If we add chorus, let me actually show you now the difference between the bright cap and not, because this doesn't have the bright cap mod. So let's put it the same, because now these are volume and gain wise pretty much equal. The only difference is the power amp tubes. So now we are using the bad boy. No bright cap mod. Little brother. That's the difference. So you hear the difference when apparently when the preamp is below like 6 o'clock or something. Okay, let's put this back to the preamp. Let me dial it, because I don't really have Don't know where it was, just use my ears. Okay, and then the bad boy. So this is the bad boy. You know, the EL34 is like more kind of mids, and it sags a little bit because the 6550s are so, you know, big headroom. Bad boy is just once more bad boy. I love both of these amps. Bad boy is more and little brother now, like it has always been, is a little bit kind of deeper and smoother sounding amplifier. Both are absolutely great, and especially now, you know, after Eric did his magic, they are really like, you know, volume open. Well, now when I put the guitar really close, but amazingly quiet. He did some wiring and whatever, soldering, you know, you can read from the description what it is, just to make them more silent. I am very happy. They both are fantastic amplifiers. Thank you again, Eric. And yeah, like I think I said, but Eric's contact info, his email in the description below. He's based here in Switzerland, so if you're living in Central Europe or you know, UPS delivers. Strong suggestion that you know, if you want your amp to be refurbished, you know, retained back to its original glory and even better, or modded. He has modded this one. There's the Jose mod, which is absolutely fantastic job. What Eric did internal, you know, you can blend. I don't need to jumper cables. Eric did that fantastic job. So yeah, send him an email and. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you found this interesting and informative. And that speaker and that cabinet, both of those speakers, they will be on my IR Pack Volume 2, because the Volume 1 has been pretty darn popular. Thank you all, great feedback. Many of you have liked it a lot, so I will do second Volume 2 edition with different cabinet and different speakers in the near future. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. All the best. Bye.